Christine from Mom Vegan Lab, and I am so excited. I have my friend Jen.
Yes.
I'm so happy you're here.
I'm so happy to be here. This is so exciting and so fun.
What are we making today?
We are making quinoa salad.
Let's get started.
We're back.
We're back.
Thank you for being patient through that commercial break.
Yes, commercials.
Yes.
All the vegan goodies, right?
So we have prepped everything. So the first step would be to cut everything small. So the smaller you cut everything, I feel like then you get a little bit of each of the flavors of the items and the ingredients in every bite. So we have cucumber, Kalamata olives, sliced beautifully by Christine, sun-dried tomatoes, red onion, pine nuts. And I feel like with most of the recipes that I make, and you probably are similar, if there's one of these ingredients that you love a little bit more than another, put extra pine nuts in. If you love extra pine nuts, it's no problem as far as what it calls for. And then I'm gonna add the quinoa in there. Now we're gonna put our sauce together.
Yeah.
So we have juice of 3 to 4 lemons depending on the size, a half a cup of avocado oil. And then we'll also do half a cup of red wine vinegar. A quarter of a cup of.
Great.
And then salt and pepper to taste. I still haven't measured the salt and pepper, so.
Okay. I'll leave that up to you then.
Okay. Let's see here. So we can be generous with the salt, but also know that we can always add it the next day, or whoever's eating it can add it to taste at the table.
Yeah.
So I never worry about getting it too though. You know, obviously substitutions are fine. If there's an ingredient that you don't have and there's something that you know you can substitute for it, feel free to do that. It's not an exact science, is what I like to say. Baking, I feel like it is, but cooking, we get to be creative and kind of go with the flow and substitute where we need to.
And that's what I love about vegan cooking too, is that you can kind of taste as you go.
Yes.
Because you're not gonna, it doesn't matter if it's
It's
raw.
not dangerous.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's the sauce. So that's all of the ingredients except for the quinoa, which we're gonna get now.
Okay.
How this works? Just like the magic in the kitchen. Woo! Here we are, we're back again.
Ta-da.
The quinoa we had pre-cooked.
Just like that.
Woo! Woo! There it is.
I actually got to learn how to use a pressure cooker today, and I think I might be able to do it now.
Yeah, I love my Instant Pot. To cook the quinoa, I go by Detoxinista's quinoa Instant Pot recipe, and it comes out exact every time. And you can even alter the quantity that you're making, and the recipe adjusts to let you know then how many cups of water. It's 1-to-1 on her recipe, so 3 cups of quinoa to 3 cups of water is what we did. We both have found that if you rinse your quinoa ahead of time, it definitely cuts that really earthy dirt flavor, which some recipes it's okay in, but some recipes I prefer it to be a little bit less of that flavor. Then set the Instant Pot for 1 minute cook time, but when it's done with the cooking, it sets for another 12 minutes before you release the pressure and open the lid, and it comes out perfect every time.
Yeah, I'm impressed. It looks amazing.
There's the quinoa. So we're gonna go ahead and put the quinoa on top of the arugula in that bowl. We did let the quinoa cool a good bit before putting it in here, because if you don't, the arugula gets real wilty and some of the other ingredients kind of change if the quinoa is too hot. So try and let it cool down as much as possible. Now you can add the dressing.
Oh, I get to do the honors?
You do the honors.
Ooh, Just in the middle?
Yeah, anywhere, all over. We're gonna stir it up anyways. And it looks like a lot of sauce, but it does really, really soak it in. The last ingredient that we haven't done yet would be the cream cheese. But I like to do this part of it first, and then do the cream cheese. So it looks like it's getting really mixed up.
Yeah,
you just have to be slow and purposeful with scooping from the bottom to really get all of that goodness that we put in here mixed. It's so pretty too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because of all the different colors. I can show it.
Bunny ears. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's cruelty free.
Yeah, it's cruelty-free bunny ears.
In the back.
Yeah, nice. It's like a little vegan
Yep.
bunny.
So we have one step left. So we will show that in just a minute.
Okay, what do we do now?
We have the Miyoko's cream cheese. That is
Look
a
at that.
vegan cashew-based cream cheese. The original
Ooh,
recipe that I made this from made their own cashew cream, but to save on time, effort, and energy, I found this to be a really good second. And Miyoko's has a scallion flavored. This one happens to be the fish-free lox. They have a plain one, so you could use any of them depending on your palate and
Yeah.
what your preference were. Just a little scoop, and then you just plop it in there. And so as you do this, and plop is a official culinary term if you haven't heard of it.
Yep.
And then what you'll do is you'll put a kind of as many as you can around the top without them touching each other, because then they stick together again.
Oh.
And then we're gonna have to stir it, and then we'll do some more, and then stir it, and you kind of repeat the process. There it is.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Ta-da!
All right, we did it. Oh, thank you so much for having me in your kitchen, in your home.
Thank
to do
you.
this. I've never done a cooking video before, so I can't say that anymore. Here I am.
Right. Now we're like total pros.
We are.
Pro
Is that the pro dance?
Thank you. Thank you. We did
We
it.
did it.
Yay. Yay us.
The fun part.
Yay.
You get to eat your goodies that you made.
Doesn't it look beautiful?
Yep. Cheers.
That is so good.
Every time. So delicious. All the flavors that are together.
So good.
Let's do some dancing. We're old, but we love to have fun.
We're old, but we love it.
Well, to her, we're ancient. Trader Joe's. That's what we said we were gonna call it, right?
I think so.
Quinoa.
Oh.